Hey guys!
Hello.
Vlog time.
Vlog time.
It is vlog time. First of all, thank you to loads of comments and questions and stuff over the last week. We needed them. So thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Happy Sunday for us, not for you.
Could be any day.
I know.
Could be any day. Some people like to watch on a Wednesday when it comes out. Some people like to save it for the weekend, give themselves a little treat at the end of the weekend.
God love you. We were supposed to be going out today, but
the weather isn't glorious.
No.
It's not glorious today, Claire.
Well, it's glorious for me. I love it.
But the blackbirds are still out and about.
It's wet, it's windy, it's glorious. But we're not going out anymore. We're gonna sit in the kitchen and we're gonna do a bit of cooking. We're just gonna have a really chilled day. So we thought you might want to join us. And we're gonna answer some questions.
We've got your questions to answer. I think we're going to do more of this sort of thing, aren't we? I really enjoyed the last one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, it's up to you. It's if they like it.
Well, absolutely.
Because we're going to stay at home and chill out and do a little bit of cooking. We said that last week, cooking and questions.
Really exciting.
Very exciting little sponsor. We've genuinely been wanting to try this for a while. HelloFresh.
HelloFresh is sponsoring this channel. And I've always been thinking...
Oh, they're getting desperate. They're getting desperate. Oh, HelloFresh.
They must be. We've been genuinely like, oh, we should give that a go. We should give that a go.
Yeah.
Because I see it and I go, oh, it looks like that looks really great. It takes the hassle. I hate food shopping. I never do it.
No.
Sometimes you ask me if I want to come along. So I've been thinking for a long time, we should try HelloFresh. And also I don't have a lot of variety in my diet. And HelloFresh felt like a good, which is true. And
when we got the kitchen done, we did sort of say to each other, we should cook more, we should use the kitchen, we should eat a bit healthier. So when HelloFresh got in touch and wanted to sponsor one of our terrible vlogs, we jumped at the chance.
Absolutely. I've been doing all the sums, haven't I?
Yeah.
Great value for, I'm not even joking. I know, you know, they're sponsoring us and stuff.
Yeah.
Really good value for money. Like when you consider how much a food shop costs.
Well, what did you say it was? For £5?
You can get
like Monday to
fresh
Friday.
meals with fresh produce. A meal can cost as little as less than £3.50.
We worked it out for us, for a family of 4, the ones that we picked. If we were to do that every week, just Monday to Friday, it would be 70 quid a week.
Yeah, it was about £65–70 a week.
Well, we'll show you when you think about the meals you're getting. It's really good. Now, so HelloFresh is also giving us a discount code for you. The discount code is Hello Buckleys.
All one word, HelloBuckleys.
That'll get you 50% off your first box, which is good. And then also 35% off your next 3 boxes. Yeah, we wangled more than one box for you.
Right, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Do you think, you know, YouTubers, they get sponsored and they get a code and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think they've ever used their own code?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because that's a really good deal.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I'm thinking, I'm like...
Hello, Buckley.
Hello, Buckley.
But we sat one night and picked quite a few meals.
Meals that I've never made before. Ingredients that I've never eaten before.
Like what? What have you never eaten before?
This is going to be quite embarrassing. Plum.
You've never had a plum?
Never had a plum
You've
before.
never had a plum?
No, of course I haven't. Radish.
I don't think I've had a radish actually. I'm sure I've had radish in tacos before. Right, so we got halloumi and roasted pepper rigatoni, crispy Chinese style duck tacos, and then we got a little sort of brunchy thing which is crispy taco huevos rancheros. But today we're gonna make
the duck. I want to try the duck.
The duck tacos. So let me show you what you get. What number is that?
34.
34.
Honestly, I love it. It's an idiot's guide on how to feed yourself. Here we go, 34. And also, this came yesterday.
Yeah.
And over the last 24 hours, Claire has had to say, they provide everything.
I know.
To me.
He kept going, oh, but we'll need to get the meat. And I was like, no, that's the whole point.
This is another misconception that I made in my brain. I thought that HelloFresh provides you everything that you need, but you need to go to the butcher to get your meat or something.
And then he just said to me 2 minutes ago, oh, do we have potatoes? I went, you get everything in the box, that's the whole point.
Get everything in the box. You do get everything in the box, and it is all quality produce, all from British suppliers when possible. Sometimes it's not possible. I don't know what that means, but
loads of choices, loads of different things to pick from.
So you just get all the ingredients, the stuff that you need. You don't overbuy stuff and throw things away.
Paisley, this ain't for you. I think
it's not for you, mate.
What James is saying is right. It's about hopefully not having any waste. Unfortunately, we're all prone to that.
Everyone throws food away. Everyone's guilty of it.
And this is a good way of not doing that, hopefully. Right, so without further ado, we are going to get into cooking with Claire.
And James.
Oh yeah, I forgot you.
Let's kick off with a question. I'm going to be taking your lead on this, Claire. You tell me what you want me to do and when to do it.
Well, I would think so, James.
Do you want me to preheat the oven yet?
Well, let's find out. Wash your hands before and after prep. You wash your hands? Go and wash your hands.
I've just had a shower.
Yeah, but you're a bum scratcher, I'm not.
No, I'm not a bum scratcher. That's another story for another vlog.
Preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius. Chop the potatoes into 2 centimetre wide wedges.
Skin on wedges.
Bam.
Question from Joe Kemp.
Joe Kemp?
The Kemp Meister. If you could only have 3 TV series to watch forever, what would they be and why? And he also says top content, loving it as always, keep up the good work. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. I would have to say off the top of my head, The In-Betweeners, White Gold and Zapped.
Oh, thanks, mate. There's people there going, what's White Gold and Zapped?
The Sopranos, 100%. Oh God, I feel like that's one I need to think about. Do you have your 3?
I've got my 3. And listen,
sorry.
Calm down. Now, they're 3 that you need. They're the only 3 left. Now, The Sopranos is great. The Sopranos is brilliant. Probably the greatest TV show ever made.
Correct.
But TV shows that I need, I'm going with Blackadder. I'm Alan Partridge.
Right.
And Red Dwarf.
Oof. All comedy.
Yes. I should probably say The In-Betweeners, because sort of do need that.
Oh yeah, you do.
Need that more than ever.
Yeah, we need that to keep playing for sure. I'm definitely taking The Sopranos. Bob's Burgers. I don't think I could do without Bob's Burgers now. Makes me happy. I don't really watch telly. I'd rather have movies.
Well, it's not what he's asking. It's not what Jacob's asking.
And I'll just go for Sons of Anarchy, just so
It's a fun show, isn't it?
Yeah, and I love Tommy Flanagan.
It's good fun. Thank you, Joe, for your question.
Thanks, Joe.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Our question is from Matt Lambert.
Right.
This question came up a couple of times, actually.
Okay.
Would either of you go on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
No, I wouldn't. I couldn't leave the kids for that long.
That's it. That's as far as you're going with that one.
That's it. I genuinely don't think I could be away from the kids for that long, unless it was really worth it.
Well, there you go. I'm not a huge fan of like celebrity reality show stuff. Like I don't really watch them personally. Out of all of those ones, I'm Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here does personally seem the most interesting.
Right.
Because it feels like a challenge. Would I be able to?
Yeah.
Like
Excuse me, I'm just tossing the wedgie.
Okay. I'd be cold, I'd be hungry. And the thing is, Claire, even when they win a meal, I'd be like,
this is
oh mate, I just want a Big Mac.
Yeah.
So that is why I wouldn't do I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of It.
But never say never, because we have got a mortgage to pay.
Hey, don't get me wrong.
So
if they show up with the readies, and give me a call.
Next, remove the confit duck legs from their packaging and place on a.
I think you'll find it says confit.
And place on a baking tray, skin side up. Go for it. So that's your baking tray.
This is the bacon tray for the duck. Baking J.
Don't you want to cut the duck
cut that.
on the board first?
Yeah.
Then use the baking tray.
I know what I'm doing. Right.
Even though no, you shouldn't cut meat on a one chop.
You shouldn't cut meat on a one chopping board. We're gonna get we just haven't got around to. We had plastic chopping boards.
Plastic.
We had plastic chopping boards. We got rid of them when we were flinging old stuff out in the kitchen.
Stop explaining stuff to them.
There's a handful of people that you do have to explain to.
F them.
Not you. You know you're cool. You're sitting there going, yeah, they shouldn't have to explain themselves all the time. No, not you. You. Yeah, you. Sitting there going, oh, that's a wooden chopping board. Get out.
Also, Paisley is lingering here.
Yeah, Paisley knows some food's going on.
Shall I just do it, James? You're taking so long to get organised. No, I mean this.
Oh yeah, go on, yeah, you do that.
Okay.
I feel this one's more for you, Claire.
Okay.
And there was a lot of questions like this. People were fascinated, they want to know
what?
The mind of Claire.
Oh no.
Josh Murphy, thank you very much, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Serial killer question alert. There was a lot of serial killer stuff.
Bring it on. What do you want to know?
Who's the most deranged one of them all?
Deranged?
And why?
Albert Fish, I would say.
For us normal people who don't know who Albert Fish is.
Albert Fish was a nutter. Albert Fish was pretty deranged, pretty sick. I can't really go into too much detail because it involved children, it involved...
It's not family friendly.
It's not family friendly.
Well, I've got a question for you then.
That was just the first one that came to my mind.
What's the most sort of like interesting one that's still a bit deranged but just like doesn't involve eating children? Something that you can go into a bit of detail with, because I know that you know this sort of thing. I was trying to give you a little platform to sort of go, here's some of my knowledge that you could talk about.
Okay. BTK was quite deranged.
Even I know about BTK.
Yeah, I made you watch a couple of things.
The thing that I like about BTK was that just time sort of caught up with him.
Because he thought he was smart.
No, yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah.
But he didn't move with the times.
No.
He didn't realise how computers worked and stuff. And he thought he was being so clever.
No, had he not done that, he would have got away with it.
Absolutely.
It had been years.
Yeah.
And he thought, oh, I'll mess with him again.
Yeah, I'm just going to around with him for a
Send
little bit.
my floppy disk in.
And they were like, right, we know exactly where this floppy disk comes from.
He was pretty deranged. He did some weird stuff to people, but also to himself and in his own time. Yeah.
In his own time, it wasn't on company time.
And the stuff that he did to himself, little pictures he took.
Oh God.
Deranged is a word that makes me think of weird, weird stuff. So I'll give you Albert Fish, BTK. Yeah, no. Let's go. No, I better not. There was serial killers called the right now. I don't know how to pronounce this. Denopstripov killers. They're also known as the Hammer Maniacs. They were pretty deranged. I'll leave it at that. I won't go too far. That's for Claire's corner.
Claire's corner.
Right, so it's time to put the duck and the wedgies in the oven. Right, they're in.
Hey Siri, set timer for 20 minutes.
Meanwhile, half the plums, chop the flesh into 1 centimetre pieces.
Well, you know how to handle some plums.
Right. Do you want to do the plums?
I'll have a go at doing some plums.
Right, so...
Stoning these, yeah? So I just chop these straight through the hot,
Yeah, but I would hold it. No, I'd hold the twist it. There you go. Take it and stone. Let me do that. Before you lose a finger.
Here's a question from our friend Gordon. This question gets asked quite a lot, even just on blogs where we don't ask for questions. Come on, you do it.
You are being really slow, aren't you?
Gordon wants to know, is Paisley named after the place in Scotland?
No, she's not.
She's not?
I have no affiliation to Paisley, the place. Oh, I've just cut myself.
Yeah, you have as well.
See, I told you this was dangerous.
Do you want me to do it? Here's the story of Paisley. We knew that we were getting Paisley.
Obviously.
But we didn't.
Shouldn't just start and drop her in one night.
But we didn't have a name. And I've got a pink Paisley Japanese Fender Telecaster.
That's a guitar, by the way, for people who aren't familiar.
People know what I'm talking about. Where Claire was sitting, that was hung up on the wall behind her.
Yeah.
Claire was like, we need a name for this dog. And I said, and I was looking at the guitar and I said, what about Paisley? And that, where is she?
There she is.
That is how you got your name. Can you believe it? You're named after a guitar. Yes.
Yeah. So she's named after a guitar.
Yes.
Right, what's next? Heat a drizzle of oil in a medium frying pan on a medium heat.
Here we go.
Evil.
Nice and hot.
Come to tell you that she's evil.
Here's a question.
Go on.
Oh, it's more for me, this one.
Go on.
Joe Harding says, James, how was it to play the legend that is Del Boy? Did you feel any pressure taking over the character from David Jason? It was a dream come true. It's something that I constantly forget that I even did. And I remind sometimes. And
then when you remember,
sometimes it pops into my head like, oh, do you remember you did that? I go, God, yeah. It was absolutely amazing working with Nicholas Lyndhurst and the brilliant John Sullivan. I loved it so much, and I didn't feel any. I did feel pressure because I knew it was such an iconic character, and I wanted it to be as good as I would like it to be. I'm a huge Only Fools and Horses fan. I did audition for it. And during the audition process, I was constantly told, I've auditioned for loads of stuff, like that's your job as an actor. Yeah. And I've never ever really chased things up and been like spoken to my agent and gone, oh, have you heard anything yet? Have you heard anything? I go to the audition, if I hear something brilliant, if I don't, I'll go to the next one. This time I was constantly calling up my agent and I wanted it so badly. Is this the part that you wanted like the most? After I auditioned, absolutely, yeah. I really enjoyed doing it. There wasn't as much pressure taking on the role from David Jason. I remember David Jason did come to set once and he was really, really nice, so that made me feel better. John Sullivan was great because if there was any questions or anything that I wasn't sure about, or he just knew the answer to everything. Yeah. So, thank you for your question. Right, what are we doing? The plums are going to go in. The pan is heated. Pan is hot. Oh yeah, I want to show the people the plums going in. Perfect. Do you put the plums in? Some girls like it, some don't. You won't know this, Claire, but that's a quote from the In-Betweeners. Is it? Put the plums in? Well, put the in. Oh. Well, look at Hello Fresh. Got me cooking plums over here. I know, I've been trying to get her to cook some plums for years. What does that mean? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Chinese 5 spice as well. So I'm putting the rest of this spice on. The plums. Spicy plums. And then stir in the hoisin sauce, honey and water for the sauce. Right, next question. Okay, so we're just waiting for the plums to go soft. Which they rarely do around me. So what you meant? I'm making pretty hard, mate. Life the lot. We're going to lose our sponsorship. Question for the both of us. James Bennett, thank you very much for your question. He wants to know... Benny boy! Jimmy Bennett! Jimmy Benz. How you doing? He wants to know... What does Benny want to know? He wants to know, the both of us, have we ever met Noel or Liam Gallagher? I've never met Noel. I've met Noel. We... Very briefly. Yeah, we've met Liam lots of times. We know all William. Wills. Yeah. We used to go and see BDI quite a lot, and I was, and still am, obsessed with Pretty Green, so I used to go to sort of launch parties and things like that. And you DJ'd at the Pretty Green opening on Carnaby Street? It wasn't the opening. Oh, was it not? No, not that important. That sounded better. It did sound better, yeah. They used to have like guest DJs come in and stuff like that. But yeah, and Liam Gallagher, right, he's one of the nicest blokes on the planet. We didn't really hang out with him, but he always remembered who we are. He asked about Harrison and stuff like that. So he was just a gentleman. Yeah. Absolute gentleman. And cool as f***. The Noel Gallagher story is much more boring. I asked Noel Gallagher for a cigarette once. I was a bit drunk, and in my head, I was like, well, I've bought all his albums and stuff, so he can give me a cigarette. Did he give you the cigarette? He did give me a cigarette. So they're all good. They're all good in my book. And also Oasis are brilliant. I'll tell you something, Claire. Yeah? The aroma in this kitchen... It smells great, it really does. It is, it's different from sticking chicken dippers in the oven, I'll tell you that much. Oh! Time to check on the dark. Whoa. Meanwhile, we're going to pickle your radishes. Next question. I'm just slicing the cucumber now. Claire, I've got a question for you specifically from Tom and Tasha.
Tom and Tasha?
Yeah. Obviously, I think people have got the idea somehow, from somewhere, that you're obsessed with true crime and serial killers and stuff like that.
Right.
It is, Claire, if you could pick your top 3 murder documentaries, or true crime, I'll say true crime documentaries.
Top 3 true crime documentaries. I don't actually rate a lot of the true crime documentaries. I think it's much better to read about it yourself. Especially these new Netflix documentaries that just, they don't do it for me. But a really great documentary, which is about a crime that happened, is a documentary called West of Memphis. It's about Damien Eccles, who we know, and who is a very lovely man and a very...
one of the most interesting people I've ever met in my life.
And a very talented artist.
Amazing artist. He's a guy that spent 18 years on death row.
Yeah.
He got sentenced to death for a murder that he didn't do.
Come on.
Watch West of Memphis. That's probably the best one.
Now and then you can go back and there's documentaries called Paradise Lost, which are really interesting and they actually sort of happen in real time. There's also a movie based on it called Devil's Knot, which is based on the book written by Mara Levitt, who is a big supporter of the West Memphis 3. There's a whole story there, and it's a sad story. It's a story that will make you angry.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
And if you're not familiar with it, definitely my recommendation would be West of Memphis.
Should we get the tortillas prepped?
Yep.
So the radishes are pickling.
The cucumbers chopped. The duck is cooking. The wedges are cooking.
What does that mean, Claire?
It means the duck's done.
Duck's done.
Tortillas are going in, by the way.
Stick those in for a couple of minutes. Right.
We're nearly ready to assemble these duck tacos.
He's coming out.
Ooh.
Duck's done.
The duck is done.
Just call me Shredder. I'm going to shred it in here, yeah?
Yeah.
And then we're going to put it in.
And then just grab the bones, yeah. That is shredding so well. That looks soft.
Oh my god, it's...
Ew. There's just dribbling.
I'm not going to dribble into the food, but it is so soft and smells so great.
Why have you saved this one?
Just want to see what your answer was.
So from Emma Samways, question for Claire. What first attracted you to James? And James has saved that one, so I suppose he wants the answer
I
as
want to know
well.
what that is as well. Was it how I shred a chicken? Duck.
That's not a chicken, son.
Water chicken, isn't it? It's a pond chicken.
Well, what first attracted me was the way he looked. I think that's what first attracts everybody to anybody, right?
Yeah.
And then...
2 forks.
I know, I'm looking at all the forks that we're going to use. I don't know, he was quite a nice guy, he was funny. Yeah, he's funny. Just really nice, good looking guy. I really liked his nose. His nose and his hair is my favourite.
Well, thanks for answering that, Claire, because I've been wanting to, that's been something I've been wondering for a while.
I mean, it's all wearing off now, don't get me wrong.
This is what we're working with. We've got our duck, we've got our wedges, we've got our pickled radish, we've got our cucumbers.
Yep.
Jesus, I'm going to eat something green, Claire.
I know.
We've got a plum hoisin sauce.
I'm going to make one up, okay?
Yeah. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Can I come over a bit?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what's nice, the pickled radishes. Oh, good, isn't it? Harrison! Jude! That is so nice. I'm gonna make a couple up for the boys. Wow.
I know this makes me sound like a toddler.
Go on.
But I'm eating plum.
You shocked yourself?
Yeah.
If you do get the Hello Fresh, I recommend the crispy duck Chinese tacos.
You got to try this.
Come and have a bite of that.
How good is that?
Wow. What do you think? Nice? Come here, buddy.
Smell delicious.
Don't let all your stuff fall out.
I can't put mine into it.
I'm going to do a little bit more of the sauce.
Now, I'm struggling, Claire, because obviously this is a paid promotion.
I know. Depends how much you believe us, but it's really good.
I'm so chuffed with that. I've got radish and plum and cucumber.
I never thought that would happen.
I need to do some serious eating now. So thank you very much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. So go check them out, the link is in the description. Make sure you use the code HelloBuckleys, you get 50% off for your first order. And then, was it 30% off for the next 3?
35.
Next 5?
No, 35% off your next 3 boxes.
Oh, well that's not as good.
You managed to ruin that.
More importantly, thank you for watching. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe. Any other questions that you've got, I think we're going to do sort of cooking and questions again soon. Always keep them in the comments. Let us know.
Come on, let's go.
Alright, stay scummy.
Bye!